Sinai is a Daf Yomi site, just in case someone's not familiar with Daf Yomi. Daf Yomi, it started about 80, 90 years ago, I think, in Lublin, by the Rav Shapira there, Rav Shapira. He wanted every Jew in the world to learn the same thing, so if people are traveling from place to place, they could learn the same shiur, and that every Jew will have a motivation to continue learning, so you have a minimum of learning that you know you have to learn that day. So it spread a lot. There's probably, I bet, half the shuls in the world have a Daf Yomi shiur. And then when cassettes came out and discs, so they copied. It's the same thing, just on a disc or on a cassette, so you could take it where you go and you could listen when you want. When the internet came out, so the same shiurs were put on the internet, but it didn't change the way shiurs were given. It's the same shiur, it's just now easier to get it from the internet. What we wanted to do is to make a shiur that's designed specially for the medium of the internet. So the things that we think specializes the internet over the other kind of medias is, I think, three things. It's the speed. People don't sit on one site for more than a minute. They keep, I think studies show that you decide if you're going to stay on the site after about 3 seconds. People stay, I don't think anyone sits and reads something more than like a few minutes. The second thing is being interactive, and the third thing is visual. That you see what, you don't just hear, you see. So I just want to say a quick thing about those three things. So the first thing is being quick and short. Usually a Daf Yomi shiur will take about, 40 minutes, 45, an hour. Here we're trying to do Daf Yomi in 10 minutes. It doesn't always work. It sometimes takes 15, but the goal is to be 10 minutes. Being short, I think, helps in a few ways. It helps people, anyone to learn Gemara, knows that the Gemara will start in one thing and then go on to a different discussion, and then have another discussion on that discussion, and then they'll remember something, so they'll go to that. And then after a whole page, they'll go back to the first question and have another answer. And by the time you get to the second answer, you forgot the first question, you forgot the first answer, and it's hard to get the whole picture. So the shorter it is, the easier it is to know where you are in that whole thing. Being short helps people. We don't have, a lot of us can't concentrate for so long today. We're used to very short things, especially on the internet. So being short, you can concentrate for 10 minutes. And it's just, people don't have time for more than 10 minutes. A lot of people work, and the only time they have is in the car, on the way, jogging, so 10 minutes is like a good thing before, after, instead of the learning. So that's one thing that internet is special, and being short and quick. The second thing is visual. So we're used to seeing the Rav speaking when we talk, which is good. It's better than nothing, obviously. Here we're trying to do that. You see what you're learning. You see the structure of the Gemara. We use a mind map with a video that shows, once it will go on, it shows while the shiur is going on, it shows you, it's hard to control.
שלום לכולם, אנחנו לומדים בדף ע"ז במסכת זבחים באתר sinai.org.il. אנחנו מתחילים במשנה בתחילת העמוד.
Okay, that's the idea. There's a little yellow light that shows you where the shiur is going on, and then you see what I said before about the Gemara being very, how do you say it? Well, Matthew's going to talk about later, very hyperlinked, and it keeps going into other subjects. Here we're trying to make that simple and just show in the shiur, if you see a structure, so you see the main three answers, and you know that's the main structure of the Gemara, and only then we go into the other parts of the Gemara. So we don't do the shiur according to the order of the Gemara itself. We change it around. We take the answers, and then we push to the end of the other parts. The third part of the special thing in internet is being interactive, which I also think is something special in internet that you can't have in a real class. And what I think is special about internet that you don't have in a regular class and being interactive, I think this is the only Daf Yomi shiur, Gemara shiur, that people can ask and answer. I didn't check that. I never met any. But here in a regular class, I learned in a yeshiva where we were afraid of the Rosh Yeshiva. And if you only asked if you really had a very good question. Like everyone was shy, and you only answered if you had a very good answer. And here nobody knows you, and you just write what you want. You don't have to be afraid of anyone. And you have to be shy also to answer as to ask. And you can do it when you want, when it's comfortable. You don't have to fast say an answer without thinking about it. So I think in that, internet is a little superior to regular classes. That's it. Another tiny note about the whole thing. It's amazing to me how easy it is to to put up a site and just start teaching. It used to be you have to get a yeshiva, you have to get funding, you build a building, you get students, and then you have maybe a few students. Here you could start off and you have hundreds of people for nothing. Cost a few dollars a month, and anyone could do it. It brings in some a democracy into teaching. Anyone could do it, and people will go to. If it's a good shiur, people will come. That's it. Let's do it. Thank you.
Bye-bye.